Hello everyone, welcome to Internet Philosopher with another mind-blowing video. So today I will talk about one of my favorite books, that is Man's Search for Meaning, written by Viktor Frankl. So let's start this. He who has a why to live for can bear almost anyhow, Nietzsche. Why should you read Man's Search for Meaning? I know many of you have learned about the Jews that have been tortured by the Nazis in World War II in concentration camps. But you may not know about their daily lives in those camps, how they survived the struggle, the stressful years, their hopes, and above all, the human mind. How it can be helpful in a certain way if you train your mind. Let me introduce you a man, a doctor, brilliant mind, who is one of few survivors of Auschwitz concentration camp. Mr. Viktor Frankl, who developed logotherapy, which is now a school of psychology. What is logotherapy? Viktor discovered this new therapy, focusing on Kierkegaard's will to meaning as opposed to Alfred Adler's Nietzschean doctrine of will to power or Sigmund Freud's will to pleasure, the pleasure principles. These three are main principles of logotherapy. Number one is life has meaning under all circumstances, even the most miserable ones. Number two is our main motivation for living is our will to find meaning in life. Number three, we have freedom to find meaning in what we do and what we experience, or at least in the stance we take when faced with a situation of unchangeable suffering. In his book, he also wrote about few very important points such as existential vacuum. Existential vacuum manifests itself mainly in a state of boredom. He told about Sunday neurosis. It is that kind of big depression which affects people who become aware of the lack of content in their lives when the busy week is over and the void within becomes manifest. Widespread phenomenon of existential vacuum are depression, addiction, and aggression. You can see that crisis in pensioner and aging people. So use your time wisely when you feel bored. He also talked about the meaning of suffering. We must never forget that we may also find meaning in the most miserable way. He wrote that sometimes suffering ceases to be suffering when you find the meaning in your suffering, such as the meaning in sacrifice. But it's also not necessary to suffer for finding meanings. To suffer unnecessarily is stupid rather than heroic. In the part of a logodrama, he is using the help of deathbed mentality, where you think that you are in your deathbed and thinking about your life as a past, and you are thinking how you would have done to live your life in a way that you wouldn't be sad at all when you die, and you do exactly what you have done in the place while you are thinking. Everything can be taken from a man but one thing, the last of the human freedom to choose one's attitude in one given set of circumstances, to choose one's own way, by Viktor Frankl. Frankl spent the rest of his life teaching what he would learn during the worst of time, that people can and must find meaning in their lives, even if all they know is tremendous suffering. It is called logotherapy and has made him one of the key figures of modern psychology. What I have learned from this book. So when I first saw this book, the title was looking so attractive that I had to read it. Man's Search for Meaning. After reading the book, I learned that we can find meaning in our lives in a hopeless way, and that meaning can be your only tool to navigate your life, to live meaningful life rather than living a life without meaning, which leads you into an existential vacuum. And another thing is, sometimes the only way to survive is to surrender to death completely. For example, if I have terminal cancer and I accept that I can die at any moment, then what I would do is I will enjoy each and every moment of my life and will make it worth living while I can still breathe. And in addition, if I have to make my fear go away, and I can try to paradoxical intention. Paradoxical intention is a part of logotherapy developed by Viktor Frankl himself. When you search Google about paradoxical intention, it gives you this. Paradoxical intention is a cognitive technique that consists of persuading a patient to engage in his or her most feared behavior. I am satisfied with reading this book, a worthy reading. I would recommend you to read this book once in your life. Thank you. Have a great day, y'all. Nick is out. By the way, don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment. Have a great day.